It's Madden NFL 23, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Dallas Cowboys. Coming up next.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Dallas Cowboys. And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart. Ready to get this one started, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This is taken just shy of the 10, and they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Cowboys taking the field on offense, and for a 7th season, it's Dak Prescott who brings them out. It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Prescott, and he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Throwing, Prescott. Flush to his right. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he'll be brought down at the 27. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there.
He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Prescott yet again. Left side to Lamb. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. To throw is Prescott. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. They'll throw again. Prescott. Caught on the slant. That catch good for 8, but still, it's third and goal now. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Elliott will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
And Jonathan Garibay out for the PAT. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now here come the Saints, about to begin their first possession, and the man in charge of this offense, his 8th season now in the NFL, former #1 pick, Jameis Winston.
Throughout his career, few have doubted Jameis Winston's ability to throw the football. The concerns, they've always centered around his accuracy and taking care of it. When he makes good decisions on the field, excellent numbers usually result.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Winston. He's going to air one out, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jameis to throw it. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time how power isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Winston. There's Chris Olave. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you got to think about it, don't you?
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. CeeDee Lamb deep for the Cowboys. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and run the option left side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards that time, and a 1st down on the keeper. And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Able to slither by. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Again, it's Elliott. Now the ball comes loose. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills,
Yep.
and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. Winston now after the fumble recovery. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
To throw again on second down. Winston. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Winston to Thomas, and it's a New Orleans first down.
Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Meanwhile, Winston's throw taken in by Landry.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 32-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Winston to give, it's Kamara.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Winston.
He completes it to Olave.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Winston. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! Adam Troutman, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. I think he's still shaking his head a little. It was his fumble on the previous drive that led to the touchdown that has us tied.
And sometimes it's worse on a runner who drops it like that to watch the other team take the ball downfield and score than maybe if they just returned it right away. You know what I mean? Because sometimes what happens that fast, you're right back out on the field. Instead, he had to watch it happen. Let's see if it affects him going forward the rest of the game.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage, Prescott. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did. And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players who somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Prescott's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Four yards remain for 2nd down. To the air again, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Prescott. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. And again, it's Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
Final play of the half here, Winston. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome everyone to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Saints. And in a tie ball game, they've got to be asking themselves, what can we do to get this passing game on track for the second half to come?
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
On 1st and 10, Winston. The pass caught by Olave. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Winston. Olave holds it in. So the completion good for 7 there, and that will bring up second down. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
He'd had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 33. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Winston. Going for it all. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 26 yards. And the Saints have moved out in front. He took the hit when he threw that ball. Maybe the O-line just thankful that that worked out for a touchdown.
Yeah, because, you know, their pride is don't let that guy get hit, no matter what, under any circumstances. But anytime it pays off in a touchdown, they'll figure out how to block a little bit better going forward.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Prescott off play action. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
That's caught once again by Gallup.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Final minute now of the third quarter. Prescott now from the 50. And that's Elliott, complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Prescott yet again. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to launch it for Washington. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Here's Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. To throw is Prescott.
Left side to Lamb. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be fourth down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Running with Elliott. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A new lease on life after the fourth down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Now Dak on the option left. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Now he'll escape to his... And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Marcus Davenport in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell them to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And down he'll go at the 25.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara, and he'll be tackled at about the 35. 53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. A 10th carry for Kamara. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
This is where you step up right here, baby. Let's go,
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Kamara up the middle, and just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here comes the Saints punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. So Dak and the Cowboys down 14-7. A minute 40 remaining. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Dak. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. Now Dak. That's complete to Lamb. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. To throw, Prescott. Finding Washington. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up the first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Prescott. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Here's Prescott. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempting to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Garibay on to attempt the point after. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Garibay on for the extra point. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end. Going to overtime because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So the Cowboys going to get the first chance here to search for a winner as we're back underway to start this overtime. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Prescott on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course, you got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Prescott from the gun. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
And they need 5 yards on third down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
Here's Brian Anger now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Winston and the Saints now with a first and 10 at their own 27. Now a first throw here in overtime. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. They run it again with Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
On 3rd down, Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff. And just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. throwing. Prescott. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Prescott. Washington's got it.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Second and 2.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Try to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On third down, Elliott. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
All eyes locked on Jonathan Garibay in a huge spot here.
Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And we will play on here in overtime.
Oh, that's so deflating, Brandon, because you know he was thinking to himself, just give me a shot. Just put us in a position to win the game and I'll get it done. But this kick, not on target, and we'll keep going here.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get into overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now because they've eased into overtime. That first series, boy, everything on the line then. Now you've seen what a defense is throwing at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. 2 yards was the pickup. It's second and
8. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back.
Let's go, baby. Get him going, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's ride, dog.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on third. Jameis to throw it. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, and get off the field on third down.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line.
At their own 9-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now Prescott. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. 1 overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that 2nd overtime in just a moment. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Prescott now. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Marcus Davenport picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Here's Brian Anger now. And in double overtime, this needs to be a good one. And he's able to get it out of there. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Winston's throw caught by Olave. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. A give. This is Kamara. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. Room here to run. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 95 yards rushing now for Kamara, and it's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And he got it. The kick is good. And they have won it here in double overtime.
Cowboys 14.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.